Yo, what's cracking, y'all? Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Let me put my glasses on because my eyes water. Man, my eyes are so my sinuses been kicking up. Oh man, been having some issues, bro. Anyway, welcome to the Facts Over Feelings podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't nobody go home till the fat man gets it in. What's up, chocolate people? If you ain't got it, make sure you get it. My first book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can get it at asktheiceman.com or you can get it at Amazon. Okay, if you buy it directly from me, I will autograph it and sign it and send it back and send it to you. Shit. Hey man, I wanted to say something real quick about the homie that got that transition. I don't know, those of you who are about my age, I'm a Prince fan, but I'm an even bigger Time fan. The band, the band he put together with Morris Day. Well, I know half of them. I haven't met Monty Moore, the white guy. I never met him yet. I haven't met Jesse, and I haven't met Morris, but I've met everybody else. But the only one I really knew was Jelly Bean Johnson, the drummer. In Purple Rain, when they did Jungle Love and The Bird, and you saw that brother back there beating the crap out them drums. That's my homeboy, man. That's Jelly Bean Johnson. And we already lost Peppy Willie, who was a Navy veteran. He was a cat. He was Prince's cousin, and I don't know if I think they call each other cousin, but you know how that is. They play cousin, and I think Peppy Willie was the black families back then in North Minneapolis. Everybody was like family. They stuck together. So, a lot of cats would say, yeah, me and Prince used to call each other cuz, but he's we're not technically related, but there's a couple people in his family that's married to some people in his family. So that's kind of how we know everybody by marriage. But anyway, Jelly Bean passed away about 2 weeks ago. And I just really hadn't said nothing. I kind of laid back in the cut, but it did hit me hard because I knew him. I actually knew him. My cousin introduced me to him, and at Bunkers over here in downtown Minneapolis. Always a good brother. Always, nice to a cat. Always, just a good dude. And to lose him like that kind of, yeah, I was kind of in a fog for a couple of days, but man, I'm together now. Rest in power to that brother. He's one of my favorite drummers. Okay, he's one of the cats that inspired me to play the drums, and that's why I play today. Anyway, but rest in power to him. And God bless his children and his family. I know they're going through some things right now. The Time family, the Purple family, everybody that knew him considered him a brother. So, and I felt the same way. He always treated me with respect. Okay. Now, Terry Lewis too. But, when I met Jimmy Jam, he had an attitude. I was like, man, fuck this nigga. Okay. He had an attitude because I don't think he knew who I was. He thought I was kind of, somebody just, fell in that room some kind of way. I was supposed to be in there. I got invited in there, but I don't think he knew. But I met Terry Lewis in Vegas one time. Okay, he remembered me, you know, because my ex wife was with me and a couple of my kids, and he was like, "Hey man, you got a beautiful family." And man, my ex wife was like, "That's that dude that was in the time." I said, "Yeah, the one that's Jimmy Jam Terry. That's Terry Lewis." I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Damn boy, you done met Dre, Dr. Dre, and all these other people, you know." But anyway, man, I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick, man. You know, as you already know, I'm up here in Annapolis, and we up here in, little Somali, little Somalia, or the United States of Somalia. Oh man. And hey man. Man, man, these fools up here, man. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me give you let me give you the lowdown on the metamorphosis. These Somalians used to get their ass beat up here by these white people. Okay, they used to get their ass beat, though, especially the women, because these white folks felt they don't like Muslims up here. They don't like Muslims up here. I wore my kufi one time, and white women didn't even look at my ass. You know, I could tell they had an attitude. But when I took it off, then I guess I was back to normal again. But Somalia, just like Asians, just like Indians, just like so-called Latinos and other assorted, buffer groups. They're just another buffer group. And so they'll pretend that they like these people, even though they hate them. That's what happened with the Latinos. They've been sitting up here calling themselves white for the past 30 years, and Donald Trump got in there and showed them how white they really were. Okay, say, yeah, you white, but you ain't Anglo. You ain't an Anglo-Saxon. So you can take your ass somewhere. You can go fuck a duck. Okay, that's a. But man, hey dog, they trying to protect man. Let me tell you something. The media up here is trying to protect these motherfuckers so bad. Hey man, hey man, check this out, player. Check this out, player. Man, come to fuck, man. They up here, calling us all kind of derogatory names online on TikTok, talking cash shit. Okay, and look at their ass now. Okay, look how they getting got up here, and now they going to Maine, the state of Maine, to go scoop them Somalis and other assorted Africans up, because they scamming up there. They got over probably 20 daycare centers that are owned by Somalians. How the hell they get all them damn daycares? And of course, because they wanted to get jiggy with the president, he said, "Okay, I'll fix you niggas." And so ICE been running all up and through this motherfucker, man. Hey man, let me tell you something, player. Hey, these motherfuckers are scared to death up here. Okay? And they keep getting in front of these damn ICE agents trying to block somebody from getting arrested by ICE. All you're gonna do is get arrested and get a federal charge of obstruction, and they will convict you on that. They might not give them no jail time, but they probably gonna give you 24 months of supervised probation, and you're gonna get a felony on your record. And when the feds put stuff on your record, that's way worse than the state. Okay? Dig it. Anyway, these ignorant ass people up here. I mean, man, I was in the hospital. You know, I got another cervical laminectomy done last year in March. And remember I told y'all when I got out the hospital, all the nurses were cool. All the white nurses were cool. The only nurses that acted an ass was a Somalian nurse that worked overnight. She was playing all kind of gas. I said, you know what, man? I went off on her ass. I said, what kind of nurse are you? I said, hey, man. I said, you treat me like you don't want to deal with me. You treat me like, you know, you really don't want to come in here and administer anything to me or answer any of my questions. And she was like, no, that's not the case. I said, yes, it is. I said, I've been watching you. And I said, if your attitude don't improve, I'm gonna talk to your supervisor in the morning. And she walked out. I didn't have no more problems out of her. Okay? But I had to threaten that woman. Don't make no sense, man. You ain't gonna treat me different in no damn hospital. Because my life is on the line here. So if you do something stupid because you don't care, something negligent, and you know something gravely happens to me, you know that's gonna be some problems from my family. So here's the deal. I found this. I thought it was only about 70%. No, take that back. I thought it was like 50 something percent. Come to find out, 85% of all of these Somalis up here in the Twin Cities area, 85% of them are on at least one form of welfare or SNAP benefits. Did y'all know that? And they sitting up here getting online calling us lazy. And they up here, you know, and see, the media thought they were slick, right? Because see, I only heard about the Feeding Our Future fraud. Okay. And that nonprofit was owned by some old below average white girl. Okay. But they sent her ass up the river, her and the dude, her number two. Okay. They handled that shit. Okay, hold on. Let me look her ass up. Oh, she was an attorney too? Now they're saying on here that they stole 250,000. I mean 250 million. Okay. And I mean this woman is a piece of shit. Okay. She's trash. She's a fucking tell me $250 million. Okay. False pretenses. Okay. I don't know what that is. Anyway. Okay, what is something that's going on here? She got 2 years in prison. Okay, she should have got more than that. I don't know how she sat up here and didn't get no time. because that don't make no fucking sense. Okay, let me look for something real quick. Okay, that's it. The guy got an eye. Amy. Okay, and like I said, these people. I can't believe this woman only got only got 2 years. Now she got, you know, she got disbarred, I'm quite sure. But see, she got clowned. She got clowned and got, hung out to dry because she sat up here and she was the top dog. So two said 1 billion. Then they said, you know, Hispanics, the people that come over here and foreign countries. Damn, they won't show. Let me see what the fuck is going on. Okay, I'm trying to get something popping real quick. Okay, that was 3 years ago. Okay, whatever. Um, so that was kind of the deal. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, look at supervisor. On serious offenses, speeding. She has a degree in elementary education and supervised a daycare center for 4 years. Had detention, 2.5 hour interview a week after the FBI raids at Box home. Yeah, you're a rule follower, all right. Right to federal prison. Peaceful separation, whatever. Cardi B ain't beautiful. Yeah, she's sexy because she done had all that work done. Who wouldn't look good? She gonna look good till she 90 because all that fake shit on. Okay, fuck out of here. Okay, but this woman, man, she was something. She was a real piece of work, man. And they, like I said, man, these fools up here, they thought that they was gonna be able to keep a lid on this thing so that, and then they thought that they was just gonna keep a lid on this thing, and that they were gonna keep people here from finding out how much they really stole. And they said that the FBI is, the DOJ is doing background checks, and yeah, I mean they're not doing background checks. They doing worldwide banking investigation, and what ends up happening is once the national media gets hold to something, that's it. You can stick a fork in your ass. You done. Okay, and what the hell? And like I said, they up here talking about how this stupid woman, how these stupid idiots sat up here and stole $250 million. But see, that was the gateway for them to find out what they really was doing. Okay, for them to find their ass out. Okay, and since the national media got hold to it, it grew legs. Okay, so she's sitting up here. This woman, $250 million, a lot of money. How do you steal $250 million? And then too, man, they had like $300,000 in one house. And then they tried to bribe a juror, and they was gonna give the juror $125,000, man. Man, what? And so what they've been doing, they've been shipping the money, actual U.S. currency, over there to Europe, over there where they because they said there's a lot of Somalians in Kenya. Okay. And Kenya doesn't, we don't have no agreement, no banking agreement with them like we do with Switzerland and some of these other countries. So they can't just go over to Kenya and get the money. What they can do is, put some political pressure, some economic pressure on Kenya and make them get their ass up. Because, them little African countries, they don't want the smoke. You understand me? They don't want the smoke. So, and with Ilhan Omar talking shit about Trump in the media, and she got all this dirt. I mean, they talk about she married her brother. I know her brother is a homo, and they didn't bring him directly over here. They sent him to London. Okay, then they brought him over here, and they said also and so that was the gateway for them to continue to investigate, and that's when they found the $9 billion, dog. That's a small country. That's their GDP. Where the goddamn money at? And then 85% of these people on Snap, at least Snap, maybe not other stuff, but they don't work. So they sit there, they be getting HUD, they get free apartment, they get, welfare, some welfare benefits, and then probably all of them got Snap. See how they work? If I went down there trying to get some Snap because I'm a veteran, man, they laugh in my face. Okay? They laugh in my damn face. Say, man, Mr. Iceman, you're not an illegal, so we can't give you nothing. Sorry as hell. Okay? Everybody hit the like button. Please like the video and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Please do so. Anyway, we black people are in a great position right now because this is not an ordinary situation. This is not just somebody stole a couple $1 million and tried to get over. This ain't that. In addition to that, Feeding Our Future stole $250 million. All these fake autism places. And I mentioned something about daycares a minute ago. Let me get that in real quick. They got all these fake daycare centers that claim they got 90 students, 60 students, and so that's where a lot of that $9 billion was going. Okay, see, Ilhan Omar been helping there. Remember, I told you that they got daycares with nothing but them in there, and a black woman that lives up here, she said that she tried to go in there and put her daughter in there, and they said, "Oh, we don't serve y'all." You say, "Y'all, we don't do business with y'all." So but that's okay because you're gonna be doing business with the Department of the Federal Department of Corrections. That's who you gonna be doing. That's who you gonna be accepting. Okay? And they might not even let them wear their burqas up in there. But they have the nerve to come over here and try to discriminate against us, and they ain't got no power. And they up here scamming. And when we know Nigerians are famous for scamming, but these Somali, that's all they do up here. They don't work. The people don't work. They get their SNAP benefits and they buy their food at Somalian-owned stores that accept EBT. So they getting paid hand over knuckles. So they getting paid twice. They getting free food stamps, and then they using them at a Somalian store. The Somalians have put a target on their backs and on their chest and on their forehead, because from now on, the state of Minnesota is going to be looking, because they don't want to continue to get embarrassed, because we know Governor Walz knew about this. We know Ilhan Omar knew about this, and they all tried to cover it, and the Attorney General knows about it, and they all try to cover it up. Okay? They all try to cover up this criminality. Ain't nobody stupid. If $1 million got stolen, that should everybody should know about it. But $9 billion? Man, get the hell out of here. $9 billion. And you know, if they got the money in banks here, obviously, the feds can seize it, so they can freeze it and then take it. But the problem is, they got the money all over the world. They said they got money in Europe. They can get that money because those countries have treaties with us when we can federally indict or freeze assets. Okay? In countries like Switzerland. Anyway, Ilhan Omar out here out of pocket talking cash shit, and here she up here being a fraudster. Okay? And see, I'm seeing a lot of videos, especially on TikTok, of people talking about, man, I want these people gone. Okay? And I feel the same way. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of their burkas. I'm tired of them not assimilating. And that's another reason I don't like these damn illegal alien criminals coming up here. They don't never assimilate. And then they up here sucking up resources. I bet the people that bought this house a couple, 2, 3 houses down from me for half, for 500 racks. They got cars all in the driveway. You ain't supposed to be parking on the street long term because we don't have a curb. And the street, and these people already come around that curb, around that cul-de-sac, flying. Because my homeboy across the street, they hit his Rottweiler and killed it. Some old stupid ass woman. So, man, so from now on, the feds are going to be taking a look at their ass. And there's going to be AI checks and balances put in place so that if somebody tries to steal money the next time, they'll be alerted to what's going on. Because see, the wire, it's easy for them to follow wire transfers. But again, if they put the money in African banks, the African countries that we ain't got no treaty, no banking treaty with, then they can't go get it. But like I said, they can go the other route, which is, put pressure on them, and whatever money they giving them, the State Department is giving them to have, to gain favor with them. They say, hey, we ain't gonna send y'all that $100 million. If y'all don't get some act right, let's get that paper out the bank. Okay, we need to get them ends. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Get out of here, man. Take my ass to sleep. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Y'all take care. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button and hit the notification. Okay, don't fall asleep. Okay. All right, holler at your boy.